Driven by its advocacy to preserve, promote, and enhance the textile industry, HABI, the Philippine Textile Council, continues its programs in reviving our traditional textiles, such as pure Philippine cotton, and making it part of our modern lifestyle. We provide physical and digital platforms for various weaving communities from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao to showcase their works and enhance their skills further. Their expertise has since become a viable source of income for their kin and the community. We organized the annual Lourdes Montinola Piña weaving competition, wherein 3 major awards are given to artisans who create extraordinary piña cloth. This encourages farmers, weavers, and artisans to continue producing world-class piña fabric. HABI has produced 3 books about Philippine hand-woven textiles and its rich weaving traditions in the country. We have launched HABI Connects, a campaign to encourage local and global brands and businesses to support the Philippine weaving industry. We also organize a series of webinars and documentary production as a holistic educational experience for the public. HABI empowers weavers and artisans to preserve traditions for the next generation. We envision a strong Philippine textile culture that is vibrant, diverse, and very much a part of our modern present.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to welcome all of you to the awarding ceremony of the 4th Lourdes Montinola Piña Weaving Competition. HABI initiated this competition in 2018 with a generous grant for the prizes from Mrs. Montinola, Lourdes Montinola. The competition aspires to stimulate creativity and recognize exceptional craftsmanship in the delicate process of turning pineapple fibers into wearable works of art. Indeed, we have been surprised and more than gratified in the response of the artisans who came forward showing their impressive skills and design talents. Before the pandemic, exhibitions were held at the Glorieta Activity Center in Makati, where large crowds could see the entries, but that is the distant past. Last year, challenged by the quarantine restrictions, the competition was held online. This, however, did not deter the weavers from sending in their entries to HABI. Uh, of the 30 entries that we received, we noted, much to our delight, the revival of old forgotten weaving techniques. But this year, the creative trend continues and it's a surge. We received something like 42 surprising and impressive entries. When the, when the fabrics are seen, and you will see in a while, you will all realize what a difficult time the judges had in deciding who to give the prizes to. So now, allow me to introduce our judges. First is Mrs. Lourdes Montinola, who is the Chair Emeritus of Far Eastern University and the author of the 1991 book Piña, which is the recipient of the Manila Circle of Critics uh, National Book Award. Mrs. Montinola, can we have a few words from you, please?
Many years ago, I wrote a book on piña because I felt that the craft of producing it was being lost. I have encouraged Habi in its indigenous textile advocacy for women, for the rural economy, and for the tradition that define our identity. I am particularly proud to have sponsored the Habi's Piña weaving competition for 4 years now. Today, we see weavers coming up with traditional and innovative techniques that play a role in strengthening awareness and patronage on piña.
Thank you, Mrs. Montinola. And now for the other judges, founder and president of EN Barong Filipino Incorporated and the largest Barong Tagalog manufacturer and retailer in the country. She's also the publisher of Barong Tagalog, the Barong Tagalog book, Garment of Honor, Garment of Identity, Mrs. Felicidad Madres. Um, Another judge was Gino Gonzales, who is the artistic director of Ternocon and the co-author of a book entitled Fashionable Filipinos, A History of the Philippine National Dress, 1860 to 1960. Mr. Gino Gonzales. And of course, we have Len Cabili, who is the founder and creative director of Philippine Ina. We will be taken on a virtual tour of the exhibit, which is at Silverlens by both Len and Gino.
After going through the exhibit, I think we're reminded of the many possibilities about piña and its design process. What fascinated me most was the use of color in a textile that's traditionally viewed as white work or as an off-white textile decorated with off-white threads to create pattern. Seeing all these alternative designs and colors, I'm reminded of the fact that there are other points of view that we can wear. And it's strange because I tend to look at things as if they were possibilities for my own garments. I think that's the beauty of these things. It elicits a sort of desire from the viewer. And they're not just art objects, they're also things that you'd like to put on your body. Oftentimes, most Filipino men would prefer simple or something benign, but looking at all these patterns, I'm reminded of the fact that men, especially in the Commonwealth period in the 1930s, wore all of these patterns and all of these beautiful colors. It reflects a kind of sensibility that most Pinoys have, and that kind of fearlessness for color. and that it's something that is refreshing to see again in front of your own eyes.
Textiles tell the story of a country, and as I looked at the textiles this year, I could see that it really reflected the rich tradition that we have here in the Philippines. The fibers used this year, combination of piña and silk, or piña with cotton and polyester. It's amazing how the weavers have innovated in terms of the fibers that they have used this year. It's so encouraging to see even the younger weavers coming in and applying their signature on the textiles that they've created. It's amazing how they've done surface application on the fabrics, whether it's in painting on it, or even adding the sinuksuk, or the open weave, or stencil. It's amazing how there was just all these rich applications on the fabric itself. Piña is a fiber that we must be proud of, and we need to protect it, and it's so great that this competition has provided a platform for the weavers to show their work and express it in a way that can be appreciated by everyone.
Thank you for joining us in this virtual tour of the 4th Lourdes Montinola Piña Weaving Competition.
You have until tomorrow to catch it at Silverlens galleries. Please get in touch with Queenie of Happy.
So don't you agree? The works are really fascinating and surprising. It's just so gratifying to see them. So now let's first I'd like to say that all of those entries are for sale, and you can get them online or go over to Silverlens Gallery until tomorrow. So it took those judges many hours to decide, but they were unanimous about a few things, and they were able to figure out who to give the prizes to, although it was not easy. So now I'd like to call on Len to announce the winners.
Magandang hapon sa lahat. Thank you, Italaida. It's my pleasure to announce the winners. The first award, the Philippine Ina Award for Textile Innovation. This special award is given to the weaver who combined different fibers, such as piña, cotton, polyester, and silk yarn to create a strong and high-quality textile. And the Philippine Ina Award for Textile Innovation goes to Carlo Elisario for his work entitled Inigo Mabuhay. May we ask Carlo to give a short message?
Okay, hi everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Carlo, Piña Weaver and Piña Textile Artist from Aklan. And first of all, I would like to thank Hadi, the Philippine Textile Council, and Ms. Lourdes Montinola for pursuing this Piña weaving competition despite the pandemic, and to the panel of judges, especially Ms. Len Cabili of Filipina, for seeing the creative future through my piece, and for giving me this Filipina Innovative Textile Award. And I'd just like to tell you that the inspiration of this piece is the sustainability of the Piña weaving industry of Aklan to cater the demand for the contemporary, and also to That's why I blended some piña cotton threads and polyester and silk yarn to give different look and texture on the textile. So thank you very much for the award.
Mabuhay ka, Carlo.
For the second award, the Nadres Award for Outstanding Young Weaver is given by Mrs. Nadres to recognize the talent of young artisans. This special award is granted to the young weaver who used handloom weaving with sinuksuk design. And the Nadres Award for Outstanding Young Weaver goes to Delara Beltran for her work entitled Sampaguita. To Miss Delara Beltran, mabuhay.
Hi, Delara.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you for the award.
Mabuhay ka, and I hope you continue to work like you have done all these years.
Thank you.
And now we go to the third prize.
Bye. Bye.
For the third prize, the weaver used piña fiber and polyester embroidery thread. The third prize goes to Janalyn Razonable for her work entitled Janalyn. To Miss Janalyn, mabuhay.
Mabuhay po, ma'am. Good afternoon po sa lahat na nandito ngayon. Maraming salamat po sa aking natanggap na award as third prize. Ako po si Janalyn Razonable. I am a weaver and also a designer of Elizabeth Razonable Piña Weaving, my mother's business. And first, I would like to thank God for giving me a talent. I also want to thank Madam Lourdes Montinola and the Philippine Textile Council for giving us weavers the opportunity to show our talents that helps promote and preserve our hand-woven products. And thank you to all of the judges. Maraming salamat po. More power and God bless. Thank you po.
Maraming salamat. For the second prize, we are fascinated with the fine details of sinuksuk and tablero renge technique. The design is very committed and looks excellent even from afar. The second prize goes to Pearly Feliciano of La Herminia Piña Weaving Industry for her work entitled P.S. Diamond. To Pearly, mabuhay.
Hi. I'm Arlington Bocon from La Herminia Piña Weaving Industry. In behalf of Pearly Feliciano, one of our weavers, who won the second prize in the 4th Lourdes Montinola Piña competition. Thank you very much. Thank you to the organizer. Thank you to Habi, the Philippine Council, to all the judges, and especially to Mrs. Montinola. Ma'am, for the 4th time, you're still with us, helping the weavers, especially of this time that we need helping hands. The award is not just for the money, but it was the morale of the weavers and to develop and inspire them to weave, not just for the beautiful, but for the high quality of piña fiber. And I believe sa word ng aklan, abo-abo gid nga salamat. Thank you.
Thank you, Arlene. That was so heartfelt. Now, I think it's my turn. I'd like to announce the first prize winner. You know, the judges were unanimously impressed by this particular piece. That because of the techniques. First of all, the weaver used a new way of embellishment, which she calls cintas. And then after that, she used suksuk in stripes, and also she did renge. So this takes a lot of skill, and to be able to combine those things in such a way that it holds together and it's not different things at the same time, shows that she has really mastered her technique. Um, the winner used a combination of fibers: piña, cotton, rayon, and silk yarn. So the first prize goes unanimously to Raquel Eliserio for her work entitled Cintas. Mabuhay!
Yes, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. At una po sa lahat, magpapasalamat po ako sa HABI, the Philippine Textile Council, kay Ma'am Lourdes Montinola at sa mga judges. Sa lahat ng kasama ko na sa ngayon ay nakikinig o nanonood, maraming salamat sa lahat ng support po ninyo. Ito pong aming pagsali sa Patimpalak ay napakalaki pong karangalan sa amin na mabigyan po ng pansin ang aming skills or aming abilidad sa paggawa po ng iba-ibang design. Dito po maipapakita ng mga aklanan kung gaano kagaling ang mga aklanan sa paghahabi. Marami pong salamat ulit sa oportunidad na binigay niyo sa amin dahil po sa pamamaraan pong ito sa ating Piña Weaving Competition ay nagkaroon po kami ng pagkakataong ipakita or mas ipaalam pa sa buong mundo na ang aming pinya ay may mga magagandang design, mayroon pong magandang quality at lalo na po sa mga kabataan na sa ngayon po ay naisali na rin sa competition. Marami pong salamat. Malaking pag-asa po namin na ang mga kabataan sa ngayon ay magkaroon din magkaroon ng inspirasyon na sumali at mas pagagalingin pa nila dahil sila ay mas bata at mas magaling silang mag-create ng mas mga magagandang design. So parang sa paningin ko po, someday, ang mga kabataan may mas malaking may contribute pa sa pinya weaving ng aklan. At yan po ay siguro sa pamamagitan ng HABI, the Philippine Textile Council, mas matutulungan pa at alam namin nandyan kayo palagi, hindi nyo kami pababayaan. Maraming salamat sa suporta. Ilang taon na po na lagi kaming nakakasama ninyo at sana po tuloy-tuloy. Salamat po ulit dito sa binigay niyo sa aming surprise. Naging first po ulit ako. Marami pong salamat. Na-inspired po talaga ako na gagawa pa ako or gagawin pa namin ang lahat para po mas maipakita pa natin ang galing ng taga-aklan. Marami pong salamat.
Salamat rin sa inyong lahat. Kami naman ata ang dapat magpasalamat sa inyo na pinapakita nyo yung inyong kakayanan at saka ang gagaling nyo talaga, no? So and sa lahat kayo ang mga weavers, maraming salamat, no?
Apo, Ma'am, excuse, bago ko po makalimutan, marami pong salamat kay Ma'am Felicidad Nadres sa prize na binigay niya sa mga young weavers. So sana po, umpisa na po ito. Yan po. Thank you.
Meron nga akong balita tungkol dun sa young weavers. Nalaman na meron ngayong mga young weavers. Yun ngayon ang binibili para ma-encourage na gumawa pa sila.
Yes,
Sold out na yung kay Delara.
Yes po. Nagustuhan niya rin po. Sabi niya gagawa na po siya pahabang walang pasok. Dati pa po kasi kahit na maliit po siya, kahit hindi niya po maabot ng ang pedal, tumutulong o gumagawa din siya. Minsan nawawala siya sa loob ng bahay, yung pala nasa weaving area na siya, gumagawang mag-isa. So yan po. Sure po yan na ang anak ko po ay kasama na dito sa industry ng pinya na to at hindi po siya makapagsalita kaganina ng maayos kasi kinakabahan daw po siya. So yan, sorry lang po. Wala po siyang maraming or nakapagpasalamat ng maayos sa inyo.
Okay. Sige. So, would any of the other judges like to say anything before we close? If not, I'd like to ask Maribel, the founder of HABI, the Philippine Textile Council, to give a short message.
I would like to start by congratulating all the winners. And I would like to announce how happy we are that this year we have gone from 3 prizes to 5 prizes, and for very meaningful uh, reasons like young weaver and innovation. On behalf of Habi, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us this afternoon. But before that, we would also like to thank Mrs. Lourdes Montinola for uh, supporting this Piña competition for 4 years now. And we would also like to thank especially Mrs. Felicidad Nadres, who was one of our mentors when we started Habi and introduced us to Aklan. And before we end, we have to thank Silverlens for their gracious um, help by allowing us to use one of their galleries to exhibit our works, because the weavers should be, and their shall we say goods or weaving goods or weaving masterpieces should be brought to the public. This exhibit is until tomorrow, November 20, and all the entries are for sale. Basically, they are still owned by the weavers who wove them. And we are happy to be partners with them in supporting the HABI, Philippine Textile Council. Okay, with that, I would like to thank also the judges for their time and their effort. It is not easy to judge now 42 entries of super caliber quality. So very difficult. So thank you, judges, for your help, your time, and your support of Habi and the Piña Weavers. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and thank you. Now we'd like to ask everyone on the Zoom to turn on your cameras so that we can have a photo op. So thank you, everyone. I'd just like to have you know that we will have more activities online with Habi's mission to promote Filipino culture and heritage. So make sure to follow our Facebook and Instagram page at Habi Council for updates. You can also support our weavers by making a donation to our website. Your support will empower weavers as they pass on their art form through generations. Maraming salamat at magandang hapon sa inyong lahat.